Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob. Welcome back to Media Awareness. Before I continue, a reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair/scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote. Despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction, as it has in the past, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this video, you will find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser. It's easy to contribute. It takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to both assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following a malfunction that disabled the battery charging mechanism and it needed replacement. And for roughly 2 weeks, I needed to be pushed around my own home by family and friends, which severely limited my independence. However, it was that long overdue wake up call that I need a backup plan, and the backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice if necessary, when necessary. Additionally, my wheelchair van is inoperative whatsoever. It has been deemed as unrepairable, and therefore I'm saving for a new wheelchair van as well. So any and all help is welcome. And I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, my channel, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Additionally, if you do subscribe, please be sure to click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, much like this one. So this is the first reaction of Yes, Ritual, and this is from the upcoming re-release of Tales from Topographic Oceans. This is a special deluxe edition version containing 2 LPs, 12 CDs, and a Blu-ray. It's a monumental set, and I did a reaction to a previous single edit from this same collection, and it was good. But I'm really not a fan of these single edits. I feel that they rob the listener of the entire experience as a whole, especially with material like this that was intended to be listened to as an entire piece. Um, However, by the same token, it makes these tracks more accessible to the casual listener. However, with that said as well, I can't exactly see the casual listener uh, seeking out a single edit of a song that they may or may not have heard before. So it's hard to really say how I feel about this, but it is a monumental set nonetheless. It is also on the Amazon Media Awareness wish list, link below in the description, along with the Close to the Edge set, which is also on there. Put that on there a year or so ago when that was released. Just for your information, though, this set is being released on February 6th of 2026. So if you are a die-hard Yes fan, and if you need to have everything, this is something you'll want to mark on your calendar and pre-order as soon as possible. With that being said, I do consider myself to be a Yes fan. I may not be um, necessarily the ultimate completionist. But if this was provided to me by the record label or the band, I would definitely do a review. Or if someone out there wants to uh, indulge and want me to unbox, review this thoroughly, I would do so. Other than that, though, I have no intentions on adding this to my collection anytime soon. With all that said, we're going to react to Ritual, and this will be linked below in the description. I do link everything I react to there because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work, so always click on those links. In this case, the link will take you directly to the official Yes YouTube page, where you can also pre-order from Yes directly. So with all that said, let us experience the single edit of Ritual by Yes from the upcoming Tales from Topographic Oceans re-release. Scheduled for release February 6th, 2026. And I'll be back following this with my assessment.
Hold me, my love, hold me today, call me round. Travel we say, wander we choose, love to. Lay upon me, hold me around, lasting hours. We love when we play. We hear a sound and alter our returning. We drift the shadows and course our way back home. Look me, my love, sentences move dancing away. We join, we receive as our song, memories long hoping away. Nous sommes du soleil, hold me around, lasting hours. We love when we play. Nous sommes du soleil.
So there you have the single edit of Ritual by Yes from the upcoming re-release of Tales from Topographic Oceans, the Super Deluxe Edition. Um, 12 CDs, 2 LPs, and um, a Blu-ray. And uh, let's talk about this very brief piece that we just experienced. I'm not a fan of single edits. I've made it clear. Um, I do want to just say though that if there was a single edit that really could stand on its own, it is this one. That being said, it does detract from the overall feel and the overall um, uh, intensity. Like the actual real magnitude is probably the proper word to use of the actual piece itself. Tales from Topographic Oceans was a landmark album for Yes. It was also the first album to feature Alan White on drums in the studio uh, album. Prior to that was Bill Bruford. So the lineup for this album is John Anderson on lead vocals, um, Steve Howe on guitar, and Rick Wakeman on keyboards, Al White on drums, and of course Chris Squire on bass guitar. And it's a beautiful piece. It just lacks in the length. It feels as if I'm being robbed of something. And that's only because I'm so familiar with the actual full length album itself of Topographic Oceans. I have, I believe it's a 2014 reissue of Tales from Topographic. I don't remember the exact year, but it's a nice packaging. It's a nice remix and remastering of it, and I never had any complaints about it. The single edits, though, I think are really marketable to people that are not necessarily of a mindset where they can handle a longer piece of music, like Guess is known for. And they serve a purpose for those type of people to sort of draw them in, um, and get them to listen to a piece, and then they'll endeavor potentially to listen to the entire piece. Whether or not they can appreciate it or like it is up to the individual. But uh, I can't. On one side of the coin, I see this as a tremendously valuable set to have in one's collection. Another part of me sees it as uh, an exploitation of this material, um, and reissuing of unreleased material that um, was never supposed to be released in the first place. That's kind of where I'm coming from. All the documentaries I've watched on Yes, when it comes to Topographic Oceans, it was a real divisive album for the band. It was a very divisive album for fans. And it happens to be one of my favorite Yes albums, but um, a lot of fans don't like it. They prefer Close to the Edge, Fragile, Relayer of the Yes album. Um, this, though, it envelops a listener. It really draws you into the actual immensity that is the grand piece itself of the album as a whole. Um, and each side of the album, I believe, only had one track per side. So the two vinyl set features, I believe, one song per side. Don't quote me on that. I'm confused at this point as to what songs are where on this set because it is so massive. But once again, it is being released on February 6th, 2026. And once again, it is a 12 CD, 1 Blu ray, and 2 vinyl set. More than likely 180 gram vinyl, so the best sound quality you can possibly ever get from vinyl. And the Blu ray contains uh, the assorted mixes we've been accustomed to getting, the stereo mix, the 5.1 surround mix, and of course the Atmos mix by Stephen Wilson himself, um, who is a legend in his own right at this point in time. But he is also very well known for remastering and remixing these classic albums from Yes to King Crimson to Tears for Fears to just about everything under the sun. Stephen Wilson has done an excellent job remastering all of this stuff, so that's something to look forward to as well. But let me know in the comment section if you're going to be adding this to your Yes collection if you are a Yes fan. Uh, I can't really see too many of these being sold. Because it is so massive and so expensive. But at the same token, let me know. And if the band was to reach out to me, I would gladly do a review, a comprehensive review, in fact, of this set. But unless I come into possession of this set, I will be reviewing and reacting to the singles that are put out only. And you gotta love these single edits of these longer pieces. Um, I'm really appalled because they're shortchanging fans, in my opinion, of the experience that is these songs in particular. The experience that these songs were made to evoke and really um, make one feel inside and out. This is Rob with Media Awareness. Once again, a reminder the fundraiser continues. It has been expanded to now include my wheelchair van as well, and getting a new wheelchair van. So any and all help is welcome. And I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.